All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Denver Broncos. Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And off we go from Jacksonville. And the kickoff sails out of bounds, and that's going to be a penalty.
You can see the looks on the faces of the rest of the team. You have one job to do. Just kick the ball and play.
Well, that's exactly right, Charles. The kicker, this is just inexcusable.
Absolutely inexcusable. Everyone out there slugging it out for the entire game. Execute your job.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. The drive starts with Devontae Booker, and he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Let's go. Let's go.
And they'll run it here. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got room. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
First carry of the game here for Royce Freeman. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Malik Jackson there to make the stop. And a couple of big boys up front defensively, and in that 4-3, those D tackles so vital.
Extremely vital. I love how you describe that, because if they control things up front, often it's over the guard. Sometimes they slide and make it over the center. It's really hard to get a play started then, because a lot of teams want to start inside out running the football. But against a good 4-3, you may not find any space. And on that play, there was zero space. No gain.
On third down, it's Lindsey. All able to avoid him. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth.
22.
They do snap it to Keenum. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Throwing on first down is Bortles. Throw left side complete. It's Paul. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Nice job. Nice patience right there. Put him on the right side. Let him work his way across. Put the ball in his hands and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Punch right, punch right, punch right. Spread right, 72.
Bortles now on first down. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
They work again from the 38 on second and 10. Bortles again here on second and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cole. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Bortles. A throw left side complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. A little educational piece. I know a lot of people here, 3-4, 4-3, etc. Take us through the 4-3, Charles.
Okay, 4-3. 4 down defensive linemen, usually 2 defensive tackles, 2 defensive ends. Behind them, the 3 those are the linebackers. The middle linebacker, often known as the Mike, with 2 outside linebackers, the Sam and the Will. There's your 4-3.
Sam on the strong side, Will on the weak side. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
On 1st down, Bortles completes it to Moncrief, left side. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5.
So right.
Shotgun now for Bortles. He'll back under pressure. Down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. To throw, it's Bortles. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
But not a huge game there as we head towards the 2-minute warning. It'll be interesting to me to see what they decide to do after the timeout.
Throwing on 3rd down, Keenum. Hard throw, incomplete. 1:57 to go in this first half. The Broncos send out their punter now. Back deep, Jadon Mickens. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
It'll be real interesting to take a look at this play later because on this pitch toss play, I get the sense that he just followed the pulling guard or the pulling offensive lineman through that hole and spilled this play early.
Yeah, because he didn't even get to the outer third of the field. He was tackled in the middle third.
Yeah, when you're talking about a pitch or a toss tackled there, that means they read it fast and diagnosed it and knocked him down in a hurry.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Green 80.
From the gun, it's Bortles. Now he steps away. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
That man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Bortles in the offense remains put on the field. They're going to go for it on fourth.
Green 80. Green 80.
They do go for it. It's Bortles. The man is Westbrook complete. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 27 yards, a big play there on fourth. Bortles now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Again, they'll throw with Bortles. Over the middle, complete. That's Paul. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Bortles now on first down. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. A fake to Fournette, now it's Bortles to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Niles Paul, the intended target, and it's third and short. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Spread left, spread left, spread left. Sunday.
Bortles to throw once more. And Paul has it. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go.
Now Bortles again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Dante Moncrief as the first half is winding down. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now Keenum. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach. Game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So they get the INT. Now here's Keenum. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Calais Campbell in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Now Keenum throwing on second. And he's got his man on the out route. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Jaguars getting set to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 26.
380. 380. Throw that, throw that.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Shamarko Thomas. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, I think it's safe to say that the 3rd quarter's not been a whole lot of fun for him. A couple of interceptions thrown. He seems to be a different man here in the second half.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now they try the right side here. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
Now a handoff looking right. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Demaryius Thomas, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are in for 6.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 14-7. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit.
72.
Bortles will try again on 2nd down, eluding the pressure right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And he's got Moncrief. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the fourth. Bortles now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Again, it's Bortles. Hall bringing it in. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard gain?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard is going to be the result? If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
That's right. Green 80. Green 80. Hank. Nice 39, Lucy. Green is it.
Into the red zone, it's Bortles. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Derek Wolfe in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Green 80. Green 80. Green is it.
Bortles now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Paul. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Adam Jones. The 40. Past the 20. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. McManus now for the extra point. McManus's point after is good, and it's now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early.
He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Jaguars are back within a score. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. This Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Let's get it.
Yeah, we're good, we're good. Hey, go Rodgers. Cut.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Keenum wants to throw it. And his throw is incomplete. A.J. Bouye, the fine cornerback, there to make the play defensively.
The out route's such a timing route that sometimes the guy throwing the ball just throws it almost blindly, just kind of counts on that timing winning. And in this case, the ball was batted away.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now they try the right side here. Finding some room at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. That good for 19 and a first down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Right back to him on 1st down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to be met at about the 43. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now Keenum Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. It'll go as a gain of 9, and that should write an ending to this one. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think